Meghan Markle has been exposed by her former employee, Samantha Cohen. Apparently, many of her employees have had major complaints about her behavior. Guys, apparently Meghan really sucks to work for, and today we're going to be going through what exactly was said.
I wasn't being thrown to the wolves, I was being fed to the wolves.
Meghan's employee, Samantha Cohen, has confirmed she was one of 10 employees interviewed as part of an investigation in 2021. Past and present workers were asked to speak in confidence about working under Meghan and their experiences. Alright guys, here's the scoop. Samantha worked for the royal family since 2001 and was Meghan's private secretary in 2021 when the first complaint was lodged. Meghan, who tied the knot with Prince Harry in May 2018, was accused of creating a hostile work environment. Get this, there were even reports that some of the employees referred to Meghan as Duchess Difficult and called themselves the Sussex Survivors Club.
What Meghan Markle's employees really think of her. Meghan Markle was labeled a terrible boss.
One aide was apparently so upset that Harry had to beg them to drop the issue and let it go. We asked Eric Knuff, who is an editor at FTD News, who has done quite a lot of work on the royals and Meghan Markle, what his thoughts are on Meghan's mean girl reputation. What he had to say was, I don't really see any mean girl indications, but I do see some personality flaws and I wouldn't put it past her. A big group of her employees wouldn't be saying something like this if they were lying. Clearly, they think they're telling the truth. I don't really see the incentive for making these claims up. Speaking of their time working for Meghan for the first time, Samantha told the Herald Sun, I was only supposed to stay for 6 months but stayed for 18. We couldn't find a replacement for me, and when we did, we took them on tour to Africa with Harry and Meghan to show them the ropes, but they quit as well while in Africa.
Samantha Cohen was confirming she was interviewed by the palace about claims it was Meghan.
The Mirror reached out to Meghan's representatives for comment. Apparently, the allegations against Meghan came just days before her and Harry's bombshell sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey, where she claimed life as a royal was almost unsurvivable.
Is inherently corrupt or racist or biased.
This came after it was said that Meghan drove out 2 personal assistants and staff were humiliated on several occasions. Meghan denied this, and her legal team has called it a calculated smear campaign. Other allegations included Meghan making her assistants cry and treating others so badly that they quit. In 2018, an email was sent by Jason Knopf to Prince William's private secretary, and it read, I am very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully 2 PAs out of the household in the past year. The treatment of X was totally unacceptable. The Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights. She is bullying Y and seeking to undermine her confidence. We have had report after report from people who have witnessed unacceptable behavior towards Y. It was said that a lot of details were left out because they wanted to keep the confidentiality of a lot of these sources. But according to royal editor and author Duncan Larcombe, the palace would not have wanted to worsen the relationship between Harry and Meghan by releasing the report. What Duncan said was, I think the reason they're not publishing any of this is that the palace is running scared of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I think they know that if they publish the report, the next thing that will happen potentially is for Harry and Meghan to play the victim and go on Oprah. This is an olive branch or an avoidance of war.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seem now out to destroy the royal family. Destroy it for cash, it's that crazy.
Prince Harry currently is perceived as a loose cannon within the royal family, while Meghan Markle is believed to have strong intentions to destroy the institution. And this is according to statements made by a royal expert. During his appearance on the Channel 5 documentary titled Harry and Meghan, Is America Turning Against Them? Author Tom Quinn, he provided insights into the current stance of the royal family towards the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Over the past year, the couple, Harry and Meghan, who now reside in Montecito, California, have launched a series of criticisms against the royal family. In their Netflix docuseries, Prince Harry accused his family of harboring unconscious bias and expressed fear of his brother, Prince William, describing an incident where William allegedly screamed and shouted at him. Now, in early 2023, Prince Harry claimed in his book, Spare, that his brother physically assaulted him at Nottingham Cottage within the Kensington Palace grounds.
Prince Harry claims he was physically attacked by his brother in his upcoming autobiography.
So with all of this going on, with all of this information being revealed, the royal correspondent Tom Quinn from Channel 5 suggested that the members of the royal family now view Prince Harry as a loose cannon. But the thing is, not only in the UK, but also in the United States, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle currently reside, the couple's public perception has taken a significant hit, not just from people inside of the royal family, but also from the general public. Their popularity in the US has reached an all-time low in recent months. Prince Harry's approval rate plummeted to -10 in early 2023, while his wife Meghan experienced an even lower rating of -17. And this Channel 5 documentary delves into the diminishing popularity of Meghan and Harry in the United States and also explores their relationship with the royal family. Tom Quinn also had this to say: "The royal family will be deeply upset by the fact that they have this loose cannon someone William was once close to." Tom Quinn believes that the royals perceive Meghan as someone who's determined to destroy the monarchy also. He added, "Harry has married this woman who seems to be encouraging him to destroy the royal family." Now, despite all the numerous interviews that the Duke and Duchess have given regarding their experiences within the royal family institution, Tom Quinn, he asserts that senior working royals have never responded directly to these allegations. And he said this: "In line with tradition and sensibly, the royal family will never say anything beyond statements like recollections may vary regarding these events." For instance, following their interview with Oprah Winfrey back in 2021, Queen Elizabeth II released a statement acknowledging that some recollections may vary concerning the various allegations made by the couple. Now also, according to reports, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle say that they have said everything that they need to say about the royal family. But critics of the couple, they say that, they'll believe it when they see it. Or in this case, they'll believe it when they don't see it. The eyes of the public are definitely going to be glued to Meghan and Harry, as everybody is wondering what's their next big move going to be.
The hits just keep on coming for Harry and Meghan, because Meghan's been accused of faking some of the interviews that she did in her podcast for Spotify. Surely not.
Reports have emerged suggesting that Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, actually faked interviews for her now cancelled Spotify podcast titled Archetypes. Sources close with Meghan Markle's Archetypes podcast have claimed that the interviews were conducted by her staff and that Meghan Markle's voice was edited in afterwards. So yeah, it definitely looks like some episodes of the podcast that featured interviews were actually conducted by people on Meghan's team, not actually her herself. And then they would take her voice and what she said and put it in afterwards.
Hey, it's me. I'm just excited to be myself.
But the specific episodes that this has been done with hasn't been specified yet. However, journalist Alison Yarrow, who appeared on the podcast's 4th episode, previously revealed that she was interviewed by an audio producer named Farah Safarfi, and Meghan Markle's voice was later edited into the episode.
Etymologists believe that the word kind of came out of this Greek insult.
And Alison Yarrow expressed gratitude to Farah for a great interview. So knowing this, that right there is proof, at least in one case, that this happened. Other high-profile guests on Archetypes were Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, and Mindy Kaling. So as you could imagine, these allegations have raised questions about the authenticity of interviews featured in the podcast.
But actually, the podcast ended up sounding like a very, very kind of bland, run-of-the-mill interview podcast, and I think that's why people are a bit confused.
Now, fans and critics alike have in the past complained about the podcast sounding very robotic and inauthentic, so this could possibly be a contributing factor to that. This all began back in 2020, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle signed a $20 million deal with Spotify, launching their podcast through their production company Archwell Audio. However, recently in June 2023, Spotify and Archwell Audio released a joint statement announcing their mutual decision to part ways.
Hello. I got a big thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay, welcome to Archetypes.
The statement expressed mutual pride in the series that they created together, but did not provide specific details about the reasons for the separation. All it did was simply confirm that the end of the partnership happened. On the other hand, Meghan Markle's talent agency, WME, stated to the Wall Street Journal that she intends to continue her Archetypes podcast on another platform. The agency also mentioned that Meghan is actively developing more content for the Archetypes audience. So I guess you just have to wait and see what she comes up with.
Let's talk to Angela Levin, because we've got far more important things to discuss. Harry and Meghan literally have got nothing left to say. The greatest news ever, Angela. Very good afternoon to you.
According to reports, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have decided not to create any more Netflix shows or publish any more tell-all books. The couple allegedly believes that they have nothing more to say, nothing more to share, and this follows criticism that they face after the release of their Netflix series and Harry's memoir, Spare.
Their truth has become literally everybody else's comedy moment. I mean, as you said, you mentioned the near catastrophic, I mean, near, what does that even mean? Car chase in New York, and then you've got South Park, who did that cartoon of them, which...
Since stepping down from their royal duties, the Duke and Duchess have reportedly directed their attention behind the scenes at Netflix, refraining from any public attacks on King Charles, Camilla, William, and Kate. And their previous interview with Oprah Winfrey back in March of 2021, during which they criticized the royal family, received significant backlash as well. According to an insider to The Sun, they said that phase of their lives is over, as they feel they have nothing more to say. There was also that whole incident which had the couple complain to have been involved in a near catastrophic car chase with the paparazzi in New York, Manhattan. Yeah. However, witnesses and police later downplayed the severity of the event, saying like, how could it have been near catastrophic?
Time I was there, you wouldn't get above 20 miles an hour, let alone 80. I mean, honestly, what an incredible cock and bull story that was. Clearly fictitious.
Meghan has recently also signed with the renowned Hollywood talent agency, WME, and this signals her interest in exploring new career opportunities, maybe even returning to acting as well, producing other TV shows and movies.
According to WME, under the new signing, Meghan will be represented by Ari Emanuel, alongside a robust team that includes powerhouse agents Brad Slater and Jill Smaller. They will assume representation of Meghan and Prince Harry's content creation label.
I mean, because this is a big deal. This agency represents several high-profile clients like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as well as tennis star Serena Williams. According to a source, the period involving Netflix and the memoir represented a time of high visibility for Harry and Meghan, while they hoped that 2023 would bring about a chance for reconciliation with the royal family. However, Hollywood broadcaster Tim Dillon, he has expressed some skepticism about this, claiming that the couple's main interest is socializing with celebrities. Tim Dillon recounted how Meghan begs to connect and hang out with other celebrities, and this was apparently something that people were talking about at a celebrity party that he was at.
So we know she's a fraud, she's an actress, she's a cold-blooded serpent, so is he. They're serpentine, and they're annoying, and we were sick of them.
And he also referred to them as low-grade reality stars desperate to attach themselves to anything. But then again, who knows? We never really know with Meghan and Harry what's going to be coming out in the news. But hey, if they say that they have said all that they have to say, they've told their side of the story, and they're just going to leave it up to people to be the judge, and they're going to continue to move on, great, you know, continue to move on. They have lives to live, they have children to raise.
Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, have been involved in what the couple's spokesperson is calling a near-catastrophic car chase involving paparazzi.
Recently in New York City, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry experienced a distressing incident involving being in pursuit by the paparazzi. Their spokesperson described it as an intense and highly dangerous situation. However, some individuals, including certain British tabloids, have raised doubts about the couple's account, suggesting that they may have exaggerated events for attention.
But soon after the event, the couple's publicist said their ride home turned into a near-catastrophic car chase at the hands of highly aggressive paparazzi. Those words a chilling echo of the 1997 crash that killed Harry's mother, Princess Diana, in Paris.
One of the most popular theories is that the entire car chase story was completely orchestrated as a publicity stunt to gain public sympathy.
It's a complete story that they are willing to spin, a PR exercise to say, hey, look at us, we're vulnerable, we are in danger.
One such doubter of the event is Meghan Markle's half-sister. During an interview with GB News, Samantha Markle, Meghan Markle's half-sister, shared her perspective on Meghan's connection to Princess Diana, describing it as a little bit eerie.
Hands on stones. I think, there seems to be an obsession. Let's not forget the Lifetime drama Escaping the Palace, wherein at the end of the drama, she is depicted dying similarly to how Diana did. Now, if that's not a little bit eerie and that's not a little bit obsessed.
Now, it is worth noting that Prince Harry tragically lost his mother, Princess Diana, in a car crash back in 1997 while she was being pursued by the paparazzi in Paris. But let's get back to what Samantha had to say about this. Samantha mentioned that Meghan has made comments and remarks that remind her of Diana's tragic passing. Samantha also expressed her belief that Meghan should refrain from portraying herself as a victim in situations like this. She then recounted instances of Meghan Markle wearing Princess Diana's perfume, as well as channeling Princess Diana, and also mimicking Diana in photos, pretty much pointing to Meghan Markle wanting to be Diana in every single way. Then Samantha went on to add this, and I quote, "How is it near catastrophic? Because your imagination says so."
Was there makeup melting? What was the catastrophe? You tell me. I mean, I was like,
no, Sam, I know.
Seriously.
So yeah, she doubts that the car chase was near catastrophic. Then the New York Times highlighted an interesting coincidence. On the same day as the alleged chase in New York City, a lawyer representing Prince Harry appeared in a London court arguing that the Duke should have the right to pay for his own security when visiting the UK. This coincidence fueled speculation and added to the conspiracy theories that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, the Duke and Duchess, were completely exaggerating the events of this incident.
Police said their ride home turned into a near catastrophic car chase at the hands of highly aggressive paparazzi. Those words a chilling echo of the
Ashley Hansen, the spokesperson for Meghan and Harry, strongly denied the allegations of a PR stunt during an interview with the New York Times. It's also very uncommon for representatives of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to address conspiracy theories so directly, but either way, Ashley Hansen responded by stating this. Respectfully, considering the Duke's family history, one would have to think nothing of the couple or anybody associated with them to believe this was any sort of PR stunt. Quite frankly, I think that's abhorrent. Also, the agency Backgrid, responsible for capturing photos of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle during what the couple described as a near catastrophic car chase, is refusing to release images. The legal team representing Meghan and Harry sent a letter to Backgrid demanding the immediate provision of all photos, videos, and films taken by paparazzi after the couple departed from the Miss Foundation 2023 Women of Vision Awards. After that, that's when the car chase happened.
Meghan was honored as one of this year's Women of Vision Award honorees for her global advocacy to empower women and girls. The event reunited Meghan with her friend Gloria Steinem, who presented her with the award. Steinem is also the—
Now, in effort to evade the pursuit, the car carrying Harry, Meghan, Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, and a security guard made its way to a nearby police station. And during the chase, a taxi driver named Sukhar Sunny Singh briefly became involved when his cab was hailed from the police station.
There was paparazzi cars following us, but they kept their distance. It wasn't
you know, they weren't right on top of us or trying to come to the side and stuff like that.
However, after driving only a short distance, Sunny Singh's taxi was blocked by a garbage truck and paparazzi suddenly appeared taking pictures. Consequently, Sunny Singh drove back to the police station from there. The NYPD did confirm that the paparazzi created a challenging situation for the couple's drive, and local authorities provided assistance to Harry and Meghan's security team. So with that said, there was some sort of car chase going on, but was it near catastrophic? This is what people are doubting, whether or not it was that serious.
Meghan Markle cannot stand the UK and she's never going back. But hold on a second, is that true? Because Harry is set to return to the UK at the beginning of May to attend a celebration of the Invictus Games.
Harry is due to come to the UK in May to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the Invictus Games.
Royal historian Marlene Koenig does not believe that Meghan will be joining her husband on a trip to the UK anytime soon. In fact, she claims, "I don't think Meghan will be visiting the UK because I think she's done with that. And unless there is something major like a funeral, she's just staying in America and pursuing her acting career."
This industry is just so special, and I'm just thrilled to be back in it. And
Harry and Meghan's life just remains in the US, so there's just no reason for her to visit the UK. And Meghan hasn't been back to the United Kingdom, well, a little bit of time. In fact, since she left the royal family in 2020, I think the last time that she was there was back in 2022 for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. And however, she didn't come back for King Charles's coronation last year. And now Harry's getting ready to go back to the UK again for a special service at St. Paul's Cathedral on May 8th. And whether Meghan will join him for the event is still up in the air. It's really not confirmed. But you can basically place your bets that she won't be attending. Harry was actually recently speaking to the media regarding how he feels about his return to the UK, in which he claimed, "Look, I love my family. The fact that I was able to get on a plane and go and see Charles and spend any time with him, I'm grateful for that." He added on saying, "My family and my life is in California. It is as it is. I have other trips planned and that would take me through to the UK or back to the UK, so you know I'll stop in and see my family as much as I can." To me, it sounds a little bit like deflecting the question, as one might say, and a little bit not loving. A different royal expert named Charles Ray, that's not King Charles, claims that she won't set foot in the UK ever again. I'm of the opinion that Meghan won't set foot in the UK ever again. I just don't think she wants to have her or anything to do at all with the country, claimed Charles. And it seems unlikely that Meghan will join Harry next month for those Invictus Games that I was talking to you about earlier. Because since moving to Montecito, California, she really hasn't made any trips back to the UK at all. And Harry is scheduled to return to the UK at the beginning of May for that celebration. And you know, I just really, like I said, do not believe that Meghan is going to join her. I don't know, what do you guys think? See, after Harry and Meghan's Netflix special aired in 2022, everyone was all of a sudden on board the Harry and Meghan train, choo-choo, but then it hit a speed bump because in 2023, Harry's popularity was playing a bit of a limbo game. And early on in January, it started at a -7 in a poll where Meghan's wasn't doing much better at a -13. Yes, and in their failed quest for their podcast glory, Harry and Meghan didn't quite top the charts. In fact, their lack of success was kind of a double whammy because they had a tough time getting any exciting guests to join them on the podcast, and they apparently just had a terrible work ethic. And you mix both of those things together, it results in Spotify dropping your podcast quicker than I can say podcast. And after Spotify called Harry and Meghan a bunch of grifters, their public image got another ding. And if that wasn't enough drama, whispers started to circulate that during the Queen's health worries and her eventual death, Harry supposedly had the audacity to call up President Biden and ask for a VIP ride on Air Force One so he could zip over to the UK. For which Americans didn't take that request too well. And they actually saw this as a sign of Harry's supposed feelings of too much entitlement. Yeah. But lo and behold, the pair actually made some strides in a positive direction, because despite this royal roller coaster of negative attention, Harry and Meghan found a silver lining through their charity work and their advocacy. They played the do-good card by sponsoring and diving into the World Mental Health Day Festival back in New York City, where the duo even graced a special panel where they sat down and opened up about their own mental health journeys. On top of that, that, Harry's memoir Spare was released, and it added some extra glamour to their public image. It peeled back the curtain on the royal family's off-screen life, and it let people see that despite everything in the media and all the this and all the that, Harry is actually a real person. I swear, he's a real boy. He might be Pinocchio, but he's a real boy. And as the year wrapped up, whispers began about Meghan's Hollywood comeback or a revival of her blog. And you know, surprisingly, among all this circulation, polls started to swing in the opposite direction, and Harry and Meghan's popularity was once again on the rise overseas. And it looks like the Harry and Meghan show did have a plot twist overall, because according to a poll by Redfield and Wilton, Harry scored a +29 and Meghan a +15 over 2023 in the same poll where they trashed it earlier on in the year. It also revealed that millennials were the generation who most favored the couple.
Meghan Markle has signed a new podcast deal with Lemonade Media.
Meghan Markle has announced a new podcast deal and plans to host a dynamic new show after cutting ties with Spotify.
Harry and Meghan's estimated $25 million podcast deal canceled after less than a year.
My wife and I were moving on.
Months after Meghan Markle and Prince Harry parted ways with Spotify, their next move in the podcasting world was revealed. The Duchess of Sussex signed a new podcast deal with Lemonade Media. An announcement went up on the couple's website.
Meghan Markle has announced she'll be launching a new podcast with a company called Lemonade Media.
And in my opinion, this could be a great thing, a fresh start. One thing about Meghan is, regardless of the hate she faces, she doesn't stop creating. Whether you like her or not, you have to admit she's faced an obscene amount of hate in regards to her parenting, her looks, her actions, and we all have to remember that people aren't perfect.
I think it's really important for people to understand the truth.
If you haven't, maybe check out some of the cool things she has done. She rescues dogs, she cooks for her family every night. She also created a cookbook to help victims of the Grenfell fire. Royal expert and insider Pepe Weintraub weighed in on this. What he said was, "It's a great move for Meghan's career. She's been able to face all the adversity thrown her way. She's a really good Canadian girl who made a name for herself in the entertainment industry and deserves the right to continue following her dreams."
Wow, you're pretty.
Good. You've hit on me. We can get it out of the way that I'm not interested.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't hitting on you.
Trust me.
And this podcast gives her the chance to do so, especially since her last podcast didn't succeed due to forces out of her control. In addition to the one season of her Spotify series Archetypes now being distributed to all podcast platforms, Meghan is also set to launch a new show that she will host, although we haven't heard any further details on this yet.
Okay, welcome to Archetypes. Let's do this. You ready?
I'm proud to now be able to share that I am joining the brilliant team at Lemonade to continue my love of podcasting, Meghan said in a statement. Being able to support a female-founded company with a roster of thought-provoking and highly entertaining podcasts is a fantastic way to kick off 2024. Our plan to re-release Archetypes so that more people can now have access to it, as well as launching a dynamic new podcast, are well in the works.
Hello. I got a big thumbs up. I appreciate that.
I'm so eager to be able to share it soon, and I'm overjoyed to be joining the Lemonade family. Lemonade's CEO and co-founder Jessica Cordova Kramer said, "We are beyond honored that Meghan has trusted us to help democratize access to Archetypes, and that so many more people around the world will have access to the series soon. Meghan's talent as host, creator, and conversationalist is unparalleled, and we are thrilled to co-create a new series with her that fosters her approach to creating art that matters." In June 2023, Meghan and Harry announced their deal with Spotify was over. A joint statement said, "Spotify and Archwell Audio have mutually agreed to part ways and are proud of the series we made together." Archetypes aired 12 episodes. Each episode of the podcast featured different guests, including Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, and Paris Hilton, who all explored the stereotypes that hold women back. The show even won a People's Choice Award for Pop Podcast.
And that was a very clear and real and frightening constant thought.
Meghan and Harry realized that they need that royal title back, and they need it now. So they tried something new that has to work. It's their last attempt at getting their ratings back, and we have some crazy inside sources breaking the news for you.
Now, Harry and Meghan have reportedly hit back at criticism of their new website, which uses their Sussex title.
This new website, Sussex.com. This website is being used as a way to rebrand Harry and Meghan, perhaps to regain some popularity from the people and to show Harry's family that amid the news of his poor sick father's cancer diagnosis,
Buckingham Palace has announced
King Charles has been diagnosed with a form of cancer.
That his family is still dedicated to being royal and keeping those special ties with the royal family. Listen, I went onto this website so you don't have to. On this website, you can find very professionally written biographies on both Harry and Meghan. So much so that it makes you wonder what's actually true about these two. The first two lines in Meghan's biography are as follows. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is a feminist and champion of human rights and gender equity. Her lifelong advocacy for women and girls remains a constant thread in her humanitarian and business ventures.
For me, it's very important to meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly.
Those are some strong words indeed, but a little hard to understand. Harry's biography starts off as follows. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is a humanitarian, military veteran, mental health advocate, and environmental campaigner. He has dedicated his adult life to advancing causes that he is passionate about and that advance permanent change for people and places.
I just refused to accept that she was gone. Part of, she would never do this to us, but also part of maybe this is all part of a plan.
Now, hold on. That's it. That's the entire website. And it goes on for a little bit more and more and more, and it's less comprehensible the more that you read it. But it's basically just paragraphs raving about what the two of them have done. And it's a homepage of Meghan smiling with her teeth out in full force. People are mad and confused, and let me tell you why. Royal commentator Camilla Tominey claimed that the couple's decision to go back to their titles of Duke and Duchess of Sussex is a sign that Meghan just can't let go of the royal family. Camilla claimed there's absolutely no reason for these non-working royals to carry on using their titles, not at least with an entire website dedicated to telling the world that they are much, much more than mere royalty. She claimed that the couple's popularity is so low in the UK and the US that a rebrand wouldn't even be enough to save their image, saying it's a shame because these two actually do have the power to make a difference if only they could get over themselves. According to Royal Insider and critically acclaimed actress Jessica Chin King, she says,
I don't really feel like Meghan has to use the royal name. I know it might look like she's trying to ride coattails right now.
We're being real, she was a part of the royal family,
and she does have a lot of other successes that she can use.
Even though she may be unlikable at times, she does have a lot of talent. While I agree with Jess, it feels like we're watching some sort of weird iteration of like a puppet show or something. Like, what exactly is going on with these two? One day they're out of the royal family for good, and the next day they can't deal with the thought of not being involved with the royal family. It seems like they really just need to make up their mind!
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are proving that there's really nothing they can't do as they prepare to embark on a new path as movie producers.
It's official, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are working on another movie. And don't worry, it's not another documentary. Although the movie does share some striking similarities to their actual real lives. It's pretty interesting. Either way, I'll get into that. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are planning to make a significant change to the movie that they're working on. And this could be seen as a way of expressing their disagreement with Prince William, and they're actually getting ready to create a film based on a popular book called Meet Me at the Lake.
Yes, Canadian author Carly Fortune has confirmed she's teaming up with the Sussexes.
Now, Netflix bought the rights to this romantic book written by Carly Fortune, and Meghan and Harry get to make the film as part of their deal with Netflix. Now, when it comes to the book tells the story of a couple who met in their 30s and deals with tough topics, like one character losing a parent in a car accident during childhood. Kinda sounds like Prince Harry's story, right?
Yeah, the book is about a couple who meet in their 30s, similar to the Duke and Duchess's real-life relationship.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have gone exceptionally grand with their California starter house.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are living large, and we're about to take an inside look into their massive house.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex secured a $9.5 million mortgage to acquire the 7-acre compound.
They've chosen to make their home in the serene neighborhood of Montecito, California, residing in a massive mansion valued at $14 million since they decided to step away from their royal duties back in 2020.
The couple bought this 14,000 square foot square-foot Montecito estate from a Russian businessman for $14.7 million in June.
This very opulent residence, it has an expansive 18,000 square feet, encompassing 9 bedrooms as well as 16 bathrooms.
It has 9 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms, along with a game room, tennis courts, and Ruski stripper pole.
Despite their attempts to keep the interior of the home shielded from public view, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, have inadvertently provided occasional glimpses into their luxurious home. And when you take a look at this mansion, it really gives off like royal family vibes. Like, it's very interesting. Like, check it out. This house, where they are raising their young children, Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth, seamlessly blends the timeless elegance of royalty with a tasteful fusion of mid-century modern aesthetics and a Victorian design element. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating, the architecture in this home. Very well done. So yeah, like I was saying, Harry and Meghan have given glimpses into their luxurious home office, especially where they conduct their professional affairs. And Meghan Markle initially provided a sneak peek of their office space in a 2021 promotional video, and that coincided with the announcement of her 40x40 initiative.
You know your camera's on, right? I can see you.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
No, it's no problem. It's fine.
And this is not just any old office space. Like, this office is adorned with a stylish $1,699 handcrafted pine wood Pottery Barn dining table, repurposed as a desk, complemented by ivory chairs and a $1,800 cashmere Hermes blanket, and an array of meticulously curated coffee table books. Now, this home office, prominently featured in Harry's Heart of Invictus Netflix documentary, boasts additional elements such as a striking stone fireplace, a tan woven rug, and an abundance of natural light streaming in through elegant round top French doors. According to The Cut, Meghan Markle said this in an interview with them: "We did everything we could to get this house. And I don't blame them. This house is a beauty, guys." She also said that the house is very healing and it also makes her feel free. There are also some images from the Meghan and Harry limited Netflix docuseries that provided a glimpse into numerous rooms that they have within their home. And a mirror selfie shared by Meghan Markle cradling her daughter Lilibet revealed a fairy tale style nursery that they had set up. The room features wooden ceiling beams, plush carpeting, an oval crib, and charming nature-themed wall paintings. Harry and Meghan Markle's living space showcased during her 2020 America's Got Talent appearance. It really showed off all of its opulence with fine art and contemporary accents. Patterned throw pillows, a gallery wall, and a diptyque candle infuse vibrancy into the entire room. I don't know how many other big words that I can use to describe their home. Even greenery and flower bouquets, they abound in their home, and they introduce pops of color and dimension to the predominantly monochromatic themes that are seen throughout the home. And the exterior of the mansion mirrors the beauty of the interior. The expansive property boasts a pool, a tennis court, a tea house, rose garden, olive trees, and a 2-bedroom guest house and a children's cottage. Despite rumors suggesting a potential relocation to another Malibu residence, a spokesperson for the couple, Harry and Meghan, they have firmly denied that they aren't moving at all, stating that there's no truth to them moving to Malibu or anywhere else. Maybe they're gonna be purchasing other properties, but even if they do, they're not gonna move there. The couple, who got married back in 2018, initially resided in Tyler Perry's $18 million Beverly Hills mansion before selling into their current house.
I've certainly seen evidence that there was negative briefing from the palace against Harry and Meghan.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle no longer have a deal at Spotify.
Yeah, okay,
so
what's happening in the world? Harry and Meghan. Yes. Again, Harry and Meghan. Don't we just love chatting about Harry and Meghan? Well, guys.
So exactly how rich is Meghan Markle anyways? With reports coming daily about her struggles to make it big in Hollywood, as well as her facing some financial pressures right now, Meghan Markle surprisingly has still amassed a considerable amount of money over the years.
Everything is temporary.
It's over. Harry and Meghan's estimated $25 million podcast deal canceled after less than a year.
First up, let's talk about her earnings from Suits. Among her most notable acting roles was her portrayal of Rachel Zane in the TV series Suits, and she portrayed that character from season 1 to season 7.
Hi, I'm Rachel Zane. I'll be giving you your orientation.
Wow, you're pretty.
According to Cheat Sheet, Meghans' earnings amounted to $50,000 per episode for her involvement in the show. However, Meghans' financial success extended beyond Suits. She also enjoyed substantial earnings from smaller roles in films such as Remember Me, as well as The Candidate. Reports show that she received approximately $187,000 for Remember Me, and she also received $171,429 from The Candidate, and both of those were in 2010. Now, when it comes to other earnings, like similar to other aspiring actors, Meghan recognized the importance of diversifying her sources of income. So she ventured into the role of lifestyle expert, and she successfully managed a popular blog named The Tig for a number of years before closing it in April of 2017.
The name The Tig comes from a wine called Tignanello, but oftentimes it's mispronounced Tignanello.
In addition to her blog, Meghan capitalized on sponsorships and endorsements through her presence on social media platforms. This reportedly contributed to an extra income of up to $80,000 per year, and this is according to KnowNetWorth.com.
I'm ashamed of myself, and I forfeit this competition.
Now, from there, when it comes to Meghan Markle's earnings and her net worth, we also have to factor in Prince Harry's income and net worth before and after marriage. According to the BBC, the major portion of Prince Harry's income, accounting for 95%, was derived from his father, King Charles III, who managed the Duchy of Cornwall, which is a comprehensive portfolio of financial investments and property holdings that yielded £21.6 million, which is approximately $29.8 million in revenue, and that was just during 2019 alone.
Due to failing to meet the productivity benchmarks. Lazy.
Now, this income arrangement extended to Meghan Markle after their marriage. So of course that added to her net worth. And during the period of 2018 to 2020, Prince Harry, alongside Meghan, received an annual allowance of £5 million or $6.9 million from the Duchy of Cornwall. And this financial allocation was intended to cover various expenses related to their roles as active members of the royal family, encompassing responsibilities such as wardrobe and travel expenditures, as well as personal costs. Now, the remaining 5% of Prince Harry's income, it actually originated from the sovereign grant. And what this is it's actually funded by taxpayers and administered by the government to support official duties and the operation of the royal palace. The sovereign grant, in conjunction with profits from Crown estate assets and commercial properties owned by the Crown, accumulates to a value of £82.4 million, which is $114 million. However, after Meghan and Harry left the royal family, they no longer took money from income streams like the sovereign grant. And when we look at them combined as a couple, both Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have a total net worth of $60 million. And this is according to CelebrityNetWorth.com. This valuation encompasses the earnings that Meghan earned from her acting career and various other sources of income, both before and after her time in the royal family. Also, according to Forbes, Meghan and Harry accumulated a nest egg of approximately $5 million as they embarked on repaying the sovereign grant that they received, as well as purchasing their $14.7 million residence in Montecito. Harry and Meghan also had a deal with Spotify, and this deal was originally $20 million to produce their podcast called Archetypes.
The announcement comes just 2 weeks after Spotify said that it had to cut 200 jobs within its podcast unit.
However, she and Harry didn't make enough content to warrant being paid the full amount, and the deal was canceled. And there's no reports on the amount of money that they received for the work that they did in that deal. Either way, another revenue stream was Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal back in 2020. They entered into a partnership with Netflix, securing a contract worth $100 million. And in addition to their hit docuseries titled Harry and Meghan that they released for Netflix, this Netflix collaboration will involve the creation of a diverse range of content encompassing documentaries, children's programs, as well as other docuseries and scripted programs. In addition to this, Harry and Meghan, they also signed an agreement with Harry Walker Agency in June of 2020, outlining their participation in speaking engagements, with each speech potentially earning them around $1 million. Harry had also received a $20 million advance from Penguin Random House for his memoir Spare that was published in 2023, and this further contributed significantly to their overall net worth.
Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, is close to signing a multi-million-dollar deal with Amazon's podcast production partner Audible.
Meghan Markle excited for new $1 million podcast deal with Amazon. Meghan Markle is thrilled about being on the verge of landing her first major deal since parting ways with Spotify.
So naturally, she's turned her sights to yet another project. Apparently, she's on the cusp of signing a multi-million-dollar deal. Angela, what are the details?
According to a new report, the Duchess of Sussex is said to be inching closer towards signing on the dotted line for a multi-million-dollar contract with Amazon's podcast production partner, Audible.
The Duchess of Sussex is said to be inching closer towards signing on the dotted line for a multi-million-dollar contract with Amazon's podcast production partner, Audible.
A source told Closer UK that the new venture has the power to make or break her Hollywood dream.
A source told Closer UK via the Mirror that the new venture has the power to make or break a Hollywood dream.
Word of mouth is spreading that it will lead to a huge payout, even bigger than the millions Spotify splashed out, an insider told the outlet. Well, it looks like Meghan is one step closer to dominating the entertainment industry. Rumor has it that the Duchess is about to sign a deal with Audible that could potentially top the millions she received from Spotify. Looks like Harry isn't the only one who can make a fortune with podcasts. But let's not forget, Meghan has always been successful on her own terms. From acting in hit TV shows to becoming a member of the royal family, she has proven time and time again that she is more than capable of making her own way in life.
According to the sources, this deal could be a major turning point in her Hollywood career. The proposed deal is generating buzz and is expected to be significantly larger than the company's previous multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify.
And now with this new deal potentially in the works, it's safe to say Meghan is taking her Hollywood dream to the next level. We can already hear the haters saying she's just using her royal connections to score these deals, but let's be real. If anyone has the talent and charisma to make it in Hollywood, it's Meghan. So watch out, world, because Meghan is on a mission to show us all just what she's made of. And we have a feeling this is only the beginning of her impressive journey in the entertainment industry.
And Meghan is thrilled that she'll be in the company of Michelle and Barack Obama, who signed a deal with Audible in 2022.
According to a source, Meghan is thrilled that she'll be in the company of Michelle and Barack Obama, who also signed a deal with Audible in 2022.
The source suggested that the rumored deal on the table is a lucrative one.
The source suggested that the rumored deal on the table is a lucrative one.
Meghan seems very confident at the moment, but the reality is that she's been in a pretty desperate spot.
Meghan seems very confident at the moment, but the reality is that she's been in a pretty desperate spot, the source claimed. Losing the Spotify deal was a massive blow to her, not to mention her ego. She's been pretty lost since, but this deal could turn everything around.
Meghan feels ready to work with Audible, but the pressure and risks are high.
The insider said the Suits star feels ready to work with Audible, but added that it doesn't mean this isn't seriously daunting. Meghan's friends think it could be worth $10 million, the insider revealed. Well, looks like Meghan is about to secure the bag and silence any doubters once and for all. And hey, if she's in the company of the Obamas, then that's just proof she's in good company.
This deal could make or break her brand in Hollywood, and she's fully aware of the expectations and scrutiny that will come with it.
She hardly sleeps thanks to the pressure of it all, but knows that the pressure will only get worse if she lands the deal. It will make or break, the source added. Hollywood's power brokers will be aware of just how Markle and Prince Harry fumbled on the Spotify deal.
Because of her previous experience with a Spotify deal that ended early, Hollywood brokers are watching his next move closely.
So they fear that getting dropped twice would be the end of their brand, as nobody would trust they could deliver the content. The stakes are extremely high.
On Thursday, an Audible spokesperson told Page 6 that there's no truth to the report and they aren't in negotiations with Markle.
However, an Audible spokesperson told Page 6 Thursday that there is no truth to the report and there aren't any negotiations with Markle. We can't wait to see what kind of content Meghan will bring to Audible. Will it be a tell-all about her experiences in the royal family? Or maybe some inspiring motivational talks? Whatever it is, we know one thing for sure, it'll definitely be worth listening to. So let's raise our headphones and toast to Meghan Markle, the soon-to-be podcast queen. We're cheering you on all the way. So
Meghan Markle's mom is out here mingling with some of Hollywood's biggest stars.
Now, I think this is very funny.
Meghan Markle has a new tactic to get even more famous and make millions of dollars as an influencer, and that is to team up with the Kardashians.
Doria Ragland made an appearance at This Is About Humanity's 5th anniversary soiree in Los Angeles on Saturday night.
Now, we've seen so many more reports coming out now and pictures linking Meghan with the Kardashians, either directly or indirectly.
So if you really think about it, why would they want to be seen with her? Because they want to be in the Meghan Markle business.
But fans and critics are pretty divided on this collaboration because it can be a great thing, it can turn out to be amazing, or it can get really messy. I'll share my thoughts a little bit later. But Meghan Markle, who is still going by the Duchess of Sussex royal title, might be coming back to social media in a very big way. She's thinking about it, and she has asked the Kardashian-Jenner family for help. Obviously, the Kardashian-Jenner sisters and the entire family are pretty much masters of social media. Like, they all have literally hundreds of millions of followers each on Instagram alone, not including other platforms, by the way. So I see it makes sense if you want to dominate social media. Ask the Kardashians how to do it. They have the secret sauce.
Hoping to occasionally be invited to a mosh pit with a couple of the Kardashians and Lizzo.
And Meghan saw how Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner were really nice to her mom, Doria Ragland, at an event in August of 2023. And she also thinks that, like her and Prince Harry, the Kardashians have also been treated unfairly by the media.
These people really are showing that all of this stuff is total bullshit about wanting to go back to the family and all of the
Meghan really wants to start up her blog again, known as The Tig, or at least reinvent it in some way, and she has an Instagram account with the name @Meghan. So some reports suggest that she might return to social media sooner rather than later.
The name The Tig comes from a wine called Tignanello, but oftentimes it's mispronounced Tignanello.
And a source close to Meghan had this to say: she's coming back. Like a definitive statement. Meghan Markle is going to be all over social media pretty soon. And right now it looks like Meghan has been talking to the Kardashian-Jenner family through video calls as well as some in-person meetings. And this was taking place over the entire summer of 2023. They've been chatting about fashion and wellness products, and they want whatever they do to match up with Meghan's return to Instagram. As a matter of fact, it was Ellen DeGeneres who actually introduced Meghan to the Kardashians, and they've been coming up with ideas on how they can work together. So Meghan's definitely connecting herself in the whole celebrity arena here. And Meghan thinks that the Kardashians are like a secret weapon, so to speak, because they're experts in social media and they're super successful in the industry. So this is gonna be a win-win situation. They help her, she helps them. After all, she is a Duchess of Sussex, right? So that should come with some perks. But this is why I say that it could actually turn out great, because, you know, you want to learn from the most successful people in any field, because that would be very beneficial in figuring out what to do versus what not to do. But on the other hand, the Kardashians, they are a very competitive family, as well as they're very close knit. And we've seen before in the past how they will cut people out of their lives just like that, and also take other people's ideas and profit from them. So yeah, Meghan's definitely gotta watch out if she's really trying to make it as a big influencer. But Meghan appears to be very confident about this collaboration, because the source also had this to say. Meghan feels that there's no harm teaming up to share expertise and see where it takes them.